Valorant Mobile. Nice. That's what I like to hear. On. Check the audio.
Hello, Dr.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna watch things today. I'm feeling pretty lazy. Like, I'm feeling moderately lazy. Moderately. That's not a word. Try to spell that. What does that spell out to? Moderately. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Google just called me an idiot. Fair enough. Moderately. I'm moderately stupid. Okay. Or I'm moderately tired. I'm insurmountably stupid. But like, I'm moderately tired. Okay. Holy moly. So it'll probably just be watching stuff and reacting. Which is lazy, but we'll see what I gotta do. Me reacting to like three videos that actually take like the full time. Unironically. That's what's so funny. Is that like I can do this and it'll just maybe I should get rid of that person. Well, we're just gonna accept that and move on.
Good to be here, and I want to show you all this quirky, cool, awesome way that I've been aiming.
Quirky, cool, awesome aiming. Okay. I mean, the aim part of it is just like how you move your crosshair. Like how you move your mouse in your crosshair. I'm curious what the what the idea is.
Super crazy, but I want to call it new because I haven't seen anyone else do this, but maybe someone else has just been doing this for years. I don't actually know. I hope I'm not just saying old info. Take a look at this clip and see if you can tell what I'm doing.
I mean, out here making me try hard. What is this? Okay, watch how your crosshair moves. So your crosshair is pretty steady. Moves to the left, pretty straight line, then just steadies on like on the body. Okay. Is it that you're just not moving it? Once you get on your target, you just keep it there? I mean, okay.
In case you couldn't see, let me show you a different perspective.
Okay.
As you can see,
That did not help, by the way. That did not help.
I crouched for every single bullet.
Oh. Oh, okay. 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 I'm in.
Even when I burst in, I literally crouch all the time. So much so that I found my mouse one to crouch.
What? 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 Okay, okay. I'm in. I'm so in. I'm so in.
I mean, look at this shit. Look how goofy I look whenever I do anything. When I burst, when I tap fire, you just see a little wobble in my head. Before I explain how this is in any way useful, I want to just give some context as to why I even started doing this. I've been playing Valorant since its release and came from Overwatch, meaning fucking Moira and Gold. So I had
Cool.
absolutely no idea how to aim or any basics about tactical shooters whatsoever. Because I was so ass and I wanted to do whatever it took to improve, that be aim training or watching thousands.
Wait, you have like 1,000 hours in aim trainers. Hello?
Or any
What?
basics about tactical shooters whatsoever.
What?
Because I was so ass and I wanted to do whatever it took to improve, that be aim training.
Oh, JK. I thought that was like 500. Okay, so 50 in aim beast, which is fair. No one uses aim beast for any meaningful length of time.
Or
Aim labs to 280.
thousands of
Coax for about 240. So actually roughly about 500 hours. There are about 500 hours of aim training. That will do something to you. If you do the drills and you do them as intended and you do them intentionally, you will get better aim. Like, we're talking about aim. Him talking about crouching is just like super interesting because that's not... It's related because it is a skill, like movement relation to like how you move your mouse. But he really hit me with a bait and switch. I did not expect... Actually, I don't need music. You guys don't need music. Is this? You'll pay attention to anything I do because I'm teaching. Because like when we think about like aiming in the sphere, it's always like, how do you get from point A to point B as efficiently as possible? And as you can see, I'm actually off in some regard to pretty much everything. Even my lines aren't as crisp. So like that's already an issue that I would even like say or like fix myself. But it's so interesting that the immediate repertoire, and I'm curious on why the immediate like idea of like aim set. So to give credit where credit is due, this guy's bridging the gap between raw mechanical aim and movement. And so like I think that's kind of interesting to think about. This is not new, by the way. Primi does this all the time. Dopey's made videos on this. Is not a new concept. Like having that little dip as you like take a first fight is yeah. It's a yeah. Cool thought, Briggy. But more akin let me finish the fucking thought. Holy shit. Finish the thought. The little dip in the fight is good because it throws off crosshair placement. Particularly the higher you go, the more fine-tuned and quicker players will kill you. And so that little dip will save your life more often than not. Because they take that first shot, then they adjust that you're down, but then you're already back up. You still die to the sprayers, but it is what it is. Most times you're just getting tapped. If you have the time to shoot, most players, like Premi, will just shoot you if you don't kill him immediately.
And also watching countless montages thinking, hey, I think I could do that.
Oh yeah, that's how you get delusional. Ooh, hell yeah. That is the worst thing for your mental. Just watch montages all day for like, what's the word? I guess it's actually not that bad. I'm blowing that way out of proportion for no reason. It's fine. Watching montages is fine. Could give you motivation, could give you like inspiration, you know, stuff like that. Can appeal more to the emotional side of it than the actual rational, or not rational, logical, the right word. Rational. You can be emotionally rational.
I could not. I was
No, okay, but that's where the delusion comes in. So like when you have delusion, it's great. Like you try it and that's perfect. When you try something and you do it and you fail, it's like, oh shucks. But then like you try again. And if you try to mimic someone going for those clips, you start to learn the patterns. And so I think that it's not a bad thing, but I think it's a bad thing to give up instead of fine-tuning it.
in like gold or whatever.
It is what it is. Sometimes you're gold. I mean, you're asking for this. This is like 30, actually 30, JK. This is like 45 meters away, man. A crouch spray, you're just not going to hit that. Sorry to break it to you, gold players.
What I'm trying to get at is that this eventually led me to this advice I was given one time. Just unbind crouch.
Oh, nasty advice. Super nasty advice. Unbind crouch is like a band-aid fix to a gash, you know? Like the idea in isolation is fine because we're trying to limit our crouch usage because insta crouch spraying is really bad. Mainly first target acquisition, the tag, nice. So target acquisitions, like we have to train that in some way. If you instant crouch spray, it's your target acquisition has to be like near like perfection. Like honestly, like 10 ms in order for it to have some significant or substantial value. Next, what insta crouch spraying does is it commits you to the fight. And so you have to be really good at committing, which if you aren't, you give up halfway, you're just dead for free. Also, it trains your spray control. So if you don't have control of the spray in any sort of fashion, or even know where to begin with that in mind, you're gonna struggle. Like, all of this leads to struggle. And what Unbounding Crouch does is it removes it from the equation. It just takes it out. They just say you're no longer allowed to do that. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't fix your shooting patterns at all. So instead of crouch spraying, you actually just spray, and that's monumentally worse. Because in some cases, spraying from the hip is actually good. But most of the time, crouch spraying is significantly better in terms of the output that you get. And so you'll unbound crouch, you keep fighting the way you used to fight, you'll just lose fights. And then the cycle just like, there's a new cycle where you're just kind of losing. And then it's just like, well, this didn't work. And so you rebind crouch, and then you go through the same cycle. And instead of targeting the root of the problem, which is we're not moving in our gunfights. We're not like trying to dodge the enemy. We're not trying to develop those skills. We're running into the issues where we're not actively trying to fix the root cause. We're just trying to fix like some of the symptoms of it, which it doesn't necessarily help you. I'm surprised that they're calling it an aim style though.
I mean, the idea of it was genius. If you never crouch, you'll want to burst more, and if you have the perfect burst, you'll win every time. You don't hear this like at all anymore, but back in like 2022, this had a massive cult following, and you can bet that I was one of them. This worked for me for a while, but no matter how much I practiced forcing myself to only burst no matter what, in high pressure situations I always went back to spraying. Like, it tilted the fuck out of me no matter how much I tried. And you know, because I wasn't used to spraying, I lose the fight like every single time. What makes this even worse is that people began to realize that crouch spraying in this game wasn't actually bad, but actually pretty good. And almost every single pro player crouch sprays, so at least to some degree. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna forget everything I learned and spam only crouch spraying from now on. Unfortunately for me though, the idea of physically holding down crouch felt so unbelievably foreign to me by this point, and I just could not get used to it no matter how much I tried. So I started experimenting. First I used only the Guardian to forcefully stop myself from spraying, but holy shit, I went negative almost every single game. And then I tried only spraying.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. You're meaning to learn the skill. No shit that your performance tanked. No shit. Like, when you're trying to learn a skill and like trying to change a behavior so drastically like that, by the way, it's a very drastic change. You're going from every single fight damn near like up here to now like it's non-existent. It doesn't exist anymore, which is crazy. It's tough. And the change is drastic. You will go from like, I don't know, like 10, like 13 kills a game, and you'll start to average like 4 to maybe 6. And it's like, what the am I actually that bad? It's just like, no, you just don't have the proficient skill yet. And so training it in moderate, it's actually better to train outside of the game and then like just play how you feel. Because then eventually, if you've trained something long enough, like I say, like if you practice burst strafing long enough, eventually in game, you'll get to a position where like you can't really spray this guy down way too far. And it's like, I can dodge this guy. I can fight this guy. And then you'll burst strafe. Or you'll just have perfect crosshair placement, just one tap him. Like, it is what it is. Did that scare you? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. My ghouls and goblins are out tonight. Ooh. And my ghost. And my gremlins. And my ooh. What's another G word? What's another G monster? It's another G monster. The Gorgonzola. Yeah, I don't know. I really hit my limit. Ghouls, goblins, ghost. I even said something else. Gnomes. We do like a gnome around here. We have I actually know somebody who likes gnomes a little too much. Just a little bit too much. May her soul find peace. I said gremlins, that's what it was, gremlins. Anyway, like my energy is actually at like 0 today, which may surprise you based on how I'm talking. But I actually have no creative input at all today. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm just reviewing things and talking. Cryo is still 100 Thieves. Darn it. Well, there goes my plan. EG just needs a full rebuild at this point. Feels bad. Fuck. L. Austin to resign too? I figured that Xander would resign. Imagine Xander don't. Man, Sentinels got rid of Zelsis and he immediately went to Cloud9. That's really funny. EU's gone? What the fuck? Why? The only two players I thought were safe were Cryo and EU. I thought everyone else would be gone. I was surprised when I heard that that I heard Cryo was like allowed to explore his options. I'm like, whoa, no the fuck you aren't. Come back here. Bang might go back to 100 Thieves. That would be so funny. Come back, my prodigal son. They are gonna definitely get rid of Xander then if Bang goes back. Two tier 2 players. True. Huh. I mean, I finally read that infos, plat chat, and then VLR. Fair enough. I have no idea. The only thing that I know is that I know nothing when it comes to like roster deals. All that is like behind closed doors, and I'm gone. When it comes to the actual game, I know a lot more.
While uncrouched, and this worked a little bit better.
Sadak crew? Really? Confirmed? Alright. I mean, yeah, bring Sadak back home. Get him the fuck out of EMEA. Crew would love to have a... Didn't Crew get rid of Kesnet? Didn't Crew get rid of Kesnet? Am I crazy? So it's like they got Sawdog, but it's like for what? Like they got Sawdog for what? Like you lost your like big, you lost your big gun that could use an IGL. What the fuck? Wait, actually, what the hell are crew doing? What an absolute weird, fucking, good god. MIBR have a roster? Who's the last one? It's Osbos, Verno, Zenom. Cortezia got traded, right? That's what people were saying. He got like signed and traded. Dun, 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 dun. No Zenom? What? What? Okay, Verno, Espas. I don't know any of the leaks, man. Tex and Mazzino. Wait, wait. They are. What the fuck? Is King here? No, they can't be. King's locked on Lev. Who the fuck? Aspas, Tex, Mazzino? Who's the last player? Oh, it's Zekin. It's Zekin. Wait, I'm lying to myself. It was Zekin. The fuck? What the hell? Tex, Mazzino, Zekin, Aspas, Verno. Okay. Okay. That team's gonna have role issues. Is all I'm gonna say. That team is going to have major role issues. Unless they're gonna make Aspas play controller, which would be really funny to see. I don't think they will. I don't think they should. I also wouldn't move Zekin. Oh wow, this game's tough. What's Zekin playing on stream, dude? Anyone know? Is he streaming? I know Aspas isn't streaming. He is live. Huge. Playing with Inspire? Nice. He is Wolves. See you, fat baby, for Halloween. Okay. Zekin is flex. Really? Oh my, he is flexing. He literally walked away to go use the restroom. Who is this guy? Look at this. Boaster, what are you... Okay. Boaster, what are you doing? What are you doing, my man? My boy's playing Demonology? Cool. I'm happy for you, Jake. I'm glad that you're just having a good time. Okay, he dodged a game. Nice. It is spooky. It is Halloween. I thought about it, but I have like zero energy to play or do anything. Oh yeah, this must have been a new act recently, yeah? Had to have been. How recently? No, it was the 28th. I know the patch date. What am I doing? They literally dropped a patch Thursday or Tuesday. Oh, oh, I see. Okay, he's changing his jersey. Okay. There was another patch on the 28th. It was like a bug patch. Okay, well, it's gonna actually take them a year to get into a game.
But it was still kind of dookie compared to crouch spraying. And finally, I lost my mind and started only using the Odin. This unironically worked, but I had to force myself to stop before.
Oh yeah, true. I did ask
got
about that.
assassinated IRL. Then I had an epiphany. What if I just bound crouch to my shoot? This way I could easily crouch spray while also being able to burst, all while feeling natural to me. And you know, I tested it out, it felt absolutely amazing, and I never looked back. Okay, finally. Let me go over the benefits to actually using this bind. Bursting for me feels a lot easier as the slight crouch allows you to not need to compensate for the recoil like at all. It's actually kind of
This is amazing. This is so great.
When AD strafing, and the most important one for me was panic spraying is so much more intuitive and allows me to get so many like more kills than what I would before. The only downside I'd say to using this bind is that pistols take some time to get used to, but even that with practice it still feels great to use.
Oh, nice. I would apologize.
Okay, that's really it. Try this out, let me know how it goes, and thank you for watching.
All right. Okay, this is really funny. I think this is cute. It isn't really an aim video. Hence why I was actually confused at the start of it. He's like, oh, it's an aim thing. I'm like, what new thing could you possibly be doing to aiming other than like being inefficient where you're just doing little loop-de-loops around people? And so I went in with an open mind just to see what he was going to say. Turns out, crouch. Binding crouch to shoot. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if that actually helps your problem, but I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. Who am I to be the Grinch who stole Christmas? Go for it. I personally don't think that it is effective for a vast majority of people, but if you are struggling with panic spraying in fights, a lot of it is anticipation, so it's not something that you fix via like changing your binds. It's most like it's more like being aware, learning more about the game, super knowledgeable, like where fights could happen and where they're likely to happen, and then picking up on the small things as you go along. I don't think this is a new and revolutionary idea, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I won't be doing it. I think that is downright insanity. Especially when you can just get used to like you bind my bindings just make it very intuitive for me to crouch at will. I bind it to spacebar, mouse wheel is my jump, and so it's more intuitive to me. But if it's not intuitive to press the crouch button control key, fair enough. All right, but that's super cool. That's super cool. Since a few people have been more skeptical, oh hell yeah, one sec. Running gunning is impossible unless you create a new bind. Yes, true, dude, true. You can't run and gun with this. It's over. It's gone. Tap firing on pistols makes strafing with those guns much harder. Yeah, pistol fights. I found this to be a little rough. This is probably better for automatic weapons. If you do any like single fire, it's over. Tap firing also bobs your crosshair down and up, which can be disorienting if you focus on your crosshair too much. You shouldn't be. You should be focusing on the head for the majority of your fights. But yeah, it would do that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna throw off your crosshair. Jet knives and neon zapping thing is extremely weird to use. True, right? Yeah, if you bound your crouch to your shooting, it's gonna make that a little rough. Some angles where on the head exposed, you have to remember spraying will lower you to the point of not being able to see them. Yes. That's super small and super niche. I don't think it's going to be that necessary. I wouldn't worry about it that much. Movement will feel clunkier in the beginning overall. Yeah, no, it'll feel awful. It'll feel really terrible. Your movement will feel rough. Hey, a private this video. Okay. You will look dumb. I wouldn't think about it that way. It's fine. It's funny that they're like, please don't share this with other people. Oh no. All right. One more. I'm not going to pronounce the name correctly. Chris. Cthulhu. Probably Cthulhu Chris. If I'm likely going to be the origin.
Hey everyone, welcome back to No Abilities to Immortal. If you're new here, this is a challenge where I aim to go for my play strength of diamond and try to hit Immortal for the very first time, all while...
Yes. No smurfing content needed. You're your own boss. I like this type of stuff. I like it. It's like, you know what? Utility is overrated. Let's get this shooting thing a try. Yes.
Last time we
The final. Ooh, you get it.
ended on Ascended 2. And honestly,
Hey.
guys, to get serious, I forgot to record my games in Ascended 2. I know.
Nice.
It sounds like I did some mining off camera. If in Ascendant was kind of starting out rough. I could only manage a couple kills every so often. 50-50, right side.
One backside, I think, Jeff.
I hate this theme because I used to use this as like somebody's calling me. And so whenever I hear this theme, I immediately look to my phone. Please stop. I needed to not use Gerudo Valley for my phone. That was such a mistake. I don't know why I did it. That was such a dumb decision of me. Okay, I was expecting this to be a little bit more educational. This is more like fun. And you know, I'm not here for fun. I
think Smokes is the most underappreciated role in Valorant because
Cool.
it
Anywho.
has the lowest skill floor. Even if you had to play with someone first timing Val, you just tell them to stay alive and put the smokes on their things. That's how all of us learned smokes for the first time. If we're attacking and rushing A, smoke heaven and CT.
Wait, the lowest skill floor? What? No. What? I do sound like if and that's true. What? Lowest skill floor? Are you fucking serious? The lowest skill floor, like you pick up the agent, they're easy? Nah, that's gotta be Sentinels, man. Duelists have a little bit of difficulty to them mechanically, so that's not like the easiest skill floor. Initiators also don't really have a strong skill floor unless you're playing with the easy ones like Gecko. There's no way a controller has the lowest skill floor. He's like, yeah, you just place the smokes properly. For someone picking up new agent first time, I don't know. The rushes are easy. But I feel like rushes are easy for any agent. You're just like, all right, we're going to hit this site as fast as possible. Just throw util. Go.
If we're defending and they're rushing A, smoke short and long. It's simple.
Wait, you already been wrong. You already would have been wrong. Wow.
If we're defending and they're rushing A, smoke short and long.
I was about to say, you literally brought it up for the amount of people who play smokes incorrectly. If they're rushing A, the smoke is trash. You already messed up. You already fucked up. Dude. The smoke is better, and this smoke is kind of fine. You get the check of approval, but this smoke is where you actually want to place it over here. It forces them, they can come out both ways, but it also forces them to come out both ways because there's just too many pockets that people can play through. Yeah, true. It's so hard because it's like there's super neutral abilities, and so like if you place good ones, it feels great. If you place bad ones, it's like I don't know. Everyone's just dying. Oh god, stop throwing these, please. The only thing I tell people, and I do this with my players, is that if I ever see them throw an incorrect smoke, I'm like, guys, go back to this smoke here and here and see how it feels. And I try to like gently guide them the right direction. But I do in ranked, impossible. Telling somebody they have bad utility is just like, oh god, I have no idea. I don't want to sound like the guy. I don't know. I don't want to be obtuse.
It's simple and not a lot of responsibility, which is great for new players.
What do you mean? Do you live in fairy tale world? What do you mean? Controller players get bullied immediately. What are you talking about? It's like the easiest role to bully too, because it's ambiguous. It's not like you're throwing a bad dart or you're throwing a bad like molly that's like easy to see. It's like the smoke's just neutral, so they can either be completely useless or like the best piece of utility on the planet. There's a lot of in between. What? Great for new players. What are you talking about? If I'm telling new players to pick like agents that don't require that kind of knowledge, initiators, duelist, sentinel. I'm literally every other role. I don't know. I feel like those are like the agents I would tell people to go towards. Maybe Clove.
But Smokes has a high skill ceiling because there are so many places you can put them.
Yes. It has a very high skill floor and a higher skill ceiling. Absolutely. Yeah. Not what you said, but that is definitely the case. 100%. I feel like a lot of the roles have a high skill ceiling. Full stop. Every role has a high skill ceiling. The difference is just how that is expressed. You know? Like, the duelist expression is usually mechanical because a lot of it's, like, the movement based, and you can do a lot of wacky shit. And then, like, Sentinels is just, like, how innovative are your setups into what they do and how they do it. That's super high skill expression. Initiators is the same thing with, like, util placement. That's super high skill expression. And then controllers, like, being able to place the smoke in, like, particular spots that dissuade the enemy, that entice, you know, it does a lot of stuff. You can play a lot of mind games, and so that's kind of like where the skill expression comes there. But actually using the thing is not hard. Like, putting smoke on map is not hard. Generally. Sometimes it is, though. Especially with Omen. Omen is, like, probably, in my opinion, the hardest controller. Because it's just like it's less natural to be able to throw his smokes comparatively to the rest of the agents in the pool. Astra's kind of rough, but you can get used to Astra pretty quickly if you're good at managing the Astral form.
And knowing which option is best can decide the round. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
important even if you're not a smokes player.
I was just making a note. I was just making an auditory note.
You still need to know which one to ask for. So in this video, we're going to review some rounds from Xander's rank game. I'll break down his thought process behind smoke placement to help you make better decisions in your own games. But before we get into it, I'm looking for a Premier team to coach. There's a Google form in the description.
What? Wait, what? Wait, people do Premier team coaching? You do this for free? What? Oh man. This guy loves the game more than me. This guy does not like this guy likes the game more than me, because I would not do this for free. No way. Coordinated gameplay for free? What the fuck? No way. I would never. I had to get paid before I started doing it.
And I'll
So-
pick one or two teams. No requirements and it's free. Now, let's start the VOD.
That's crazy. Just open Premier coaching. Cool.
There's less than 30 seconds left in this round, and attackers have been quiet. Garage window gets smoked, so a garage to C hit is really likely. Jets out on C, and Cypher dies backside. It's easy to think, they're hitting C, so we need a smoke C long.
What? What? Wait. Do you think I'm stupid? Like, do you think I'm dumb? Like, I'm never smoking C long in this spot. Hello? Okay, wait. Who's this audience for? Because if I'm assuming I'm the target audience, which I sure as hell ain't, who is the target audience for? I'm going to say that it's probably for players who don't necessarily understand the controller role like I do. Okay, fair. I'm hoping new players. I think new players, surely. Controller is hard. Controller hard. Fordaman? Who the fuck is Fordaman? Who the fuck is Fordaman? I think he was just saying that as an example. I don't know. I'm assuming for beginners. The thing is that Valbits also made content that was like deeply insightful that I've watched before. Yeah, like the Sato. Like this, he was actually breaking down a lot of like very deep key like ideas and keeping it simple. Same with this Jogamo review where he's just like, you know what? He comes in it with just a very simple plan and goes after it. And that's like pretty much it. Same with like this Oxy. It's like it was a lot deeper than this. You know? Like Anyway, now that I remember, I thought the like target audience was like more intermediate players than beginners. But I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance.
But that's not gonna help. Right now, Jet is default, Sova is garage, and you're by yourself in CT. What problems are you gonna run into when you try to get back on site? If you swing out, you're gonna be exposed to 2 angles since there's nothing else for attackers to look at besides CT.
Well, yeah, what's really key and really interesting? Yeah, people who throw dumb smokes. Okay, bet. And to be fair, in this situation, he throws a really brilliant smoke. Spoiler warning, I actually seen this game. I watched Xander play this, so I actually know what he's going to throw. But he's going to throw this smoke, which is brilliant from his perspective in this particular round, because it is currently round 2, and he knows like the weapons that are available. I think Jet shot a Sheriff and this guy was shooting a Classic. So he knows his pistols. And what he's doing is he's removing like a relatively fair fight for these guys where they can double up and like take on a bigger weapon. It does that. It forces them into close engagements versus like the Spectres and like Stingers that his team bought. And it also like allows them to flood and control backside, which is brilliant. And the reason this smoke is better than like per se this smoke, because this smoke is more common when you're trying to contain backside, is that there's nobody backside already, so there's no space to hold. And so like we're just gonna have to accept the fact that this is just going to be a threat to us, and this will be a lot less likely. And so I think it's brilliant that he throws this smoke here to come out.
Sova can still be holding from garage, and once he makes contact, Jet can swing from default. We're not going to kill both at the same time, and using our 1 smoke for C long isn't going to do anything to stop this 1v2. What should we do instead? Xander...
Oh, well, yeah, I spoiled that question, huh? Oops.
Smokes off the right and blinds the left to flood on sight. This lets him and his Jet get to...
I must have misread it. I was pretty sure he did this and just took this fight, but that makes sense too. Smokes backside, floods this, controls backside. Same kind of idea. I did not know he had blind.
Plat without being seen, and it's important he uses his smoke and blind like this because it doesn't work the other way around. If you smoke the left side instead of blinding it, it's about the same because you're blocking off the garage angle. But blinding the right is much worse than smoking it because you won't be able to cross the plat for free.
Yeah.
The blind's gonna catch anyone holding from default or front plat, but you're fully exposed.
I was assuming that there was no blind, but yeah, with a blind, you definitely do this this direction.
We never saw Reyna, so she could be long, holding that cross with Sova. With this sight smoke on the right, we can cross the plat, and now attackers have to worry about more than just CT. Attackers won't want to run through the smoke dry, so Xander can focus on holding left. Their Reyna was actually lurking through garage, but Jet's already plat, looking in that direction. Xander gets the kill on Sova, and they end up winning the round. Cypher dies garage, and Xander hears them running to C. This isn't the same situation as last round, since attackers aren't on C yet, but we still need to use our smokes on site. Smoking off long still doesn't do anything here. Smoke should make attackers scared of what's on the other side. They can't clear angles individually since they're exposed to all of them at the same time once they swing out the smoke. But since Cypher died, attackers have full garage control and can feed C info to the long players. From garage, you can see front sight and most of plat to help clear angles for the long players that are smoked off. So instead of smoking long,
Hey, what's
Xander
up, boy?
uses both smokes for sight
How's it going?
to flood back in with Jet again. Shooting the Veto Ball is a mistake and he gets spammed for making noise, but let's focus on the smokes because they're keeping backside control for his team.
Was that a mistake? Really? What? He died for it. Yeah?
Xander uses both smokes for sight to flood back in with Jet again.
No, he shoots this to... Oh, yeah. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Absolutely. Hey, Happy Halloween. But he shoots this so, like, his Sova can dart. What? That's not a mistake. He dies for it. Maybe he could have TP'd or just even held position. Like, I feel like that's not a mistake.
Shooting the Veto Ball is a mistake and he gets spammed for making noise, but let's focus
He got sprayed, like, like an actual year away. What? I mean, not that long. Like, actually...
with Jet again. Shooting the
Shoots
Veto
at
Ball is a mistake
109.
and he gets spammed for
He gets sprayed, like,
making noise,
a full,
but
like,
let's
2
focus
seconds
on the
later.
smokes because they're keeping backside control for his team. Jet is holding from back plat, so his
Yeah,
long
Jet.
players from A can flood in without using util.
Yeah, it's just
Sova
Jet.
runs
No,
long, so
Austin
gets
is
a
not
nice
real.
left flank from Jet. His Jet kills Sova, who's
His
trying to
Jet, yep.
die, and swings front plat after where their Jet was seen last. His Reyna closes out the round, and this all started from keeping backside control. If he didn't use sight smokes, he would be exposed to 2 angles with his Jet and die before his Reyna and Sova could rotate from A. Just like last round, if you don't smoke sight while attackers have control of it, they can hold CT for an easy fight. This round, he's jump spotting long while 2 are holding short. His short players die, but he knows their Reyna is long and their Sova is short. He doesn't want to be pinched back sight against this rush, but he also can't smoke off long and short with 1 smoke. At best, he'll go 1 for 1.
Yeah, so what I think he is going to throw is he's going to throw this one that we showed earlier.
And still give up sight control. To isolate his fights against this rush, he blinds to push the long players back and smoke sight before TPing short. Ideally, he would play to stay alive, but he rushed to smoke so there's a gap. If there wasn't a gap, this spot gives him a lot of options. He can hide in the smoke and hold any long players that try to push into it.
Bonk.
He can stay in this corner to hide from short and hold the long players from there. There's another corner where he can hide from long and hold short. He even has the option to walk down short and isolate a fight. The key point is Xander can choose where he wants to fight instead of helplessly getting pinched. He ends up losing the duel against Veto through that gap this round, but we'll look at the smoke again later. There's noise towards C, so he smokes off long, but Cypher ends up going 1 for 1. Since Cypher's dead, attackers take C and Xander's stuck in the CT smoke. He has a smoke and a blind, so he should blind left and smoke right to get to plat, right? This time he can't do that because there's nobody to flood in with, so he waits for his A players. He holds for a push into the CT smoke instead,
Yeah.
and as it's about to fade, he smokes to the left to block off anyone holding him from garage. If the garage player wants to help the CT hold now, they'll need to reposition or swing through the smoke. He wants to keep this position where he's out from CT, but also hidden from anyone holding him from the right. Xander kills Veto on top, and now his team is here to fight with him. The left is smoked off, so now he can focus on fighting the right. Sova kills the Clove, and Xander one-taps Reyna.
I mean, yeah.
He blinds the last guy and TPs on site to win the round. Even though it felt like we've seen this situation before, there were still small differences that made us
Man,
change
Austin
the
is
way
like
we use it.
actually
The
like
Sova
20,
holds to start
23 and like
phase,
0.
Xander puts down the same side smoke. He runs to A link, blinds to slow down their push, and get himself on A. It's the same side smoke, but it's helping him in a different way now. He gets back on site easily because attackers in short can't see him. His Cypher is Graffiti, using the smoke to hide from both long and short. If attackers push through the smoke to fight, they're running right into a cross between Xander and Cypher. As soon as the smoke fades, you can see how important it was. He loses a hard fight because he got swung from left and right at the same time. Being a good controller is so much more than just memorizing the default smokes on each map and placing them down as soon as you hear noise.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Is that the takeaway? Because, I mean, you're not wrong.
Different situations call for different smokes, and if you get good at determining which smoke is best for your situation, rounds will feel much easier for your whole team. If you enjoyed this video, check out my
Okay, actually, wait. Hot take. Or not hot take. I just take. Feel like you should give significantly more examples. If you're gonna do something like this where you like analyze and it's like, so like, what was the guy? What was the guy? I'm gonna start doing this more. Start doing fucking what? Like smoking better according to your situation? How do you know that? Like, how do you bridge the gap from not knowing where to smoke and when to smoke and how to smoke to now knowing? It's never never said 100 Thieves get Mind Freak. I mean, they'll be fine. I feel like any team would welcome Mind Freak. I feel like he wants to stay in like APAC though. Like I feel like he wouldn't go to NA or like LATAM. I mean, yeah. But we had to do that anyway for Paper X. So it's like easy. The best agents to rank up, every single one of them, as long as you like them and have fun. Get good faster. Nice. You just not end. I mean, you just end up watching the VODs, I assume, right? All right. Not a whole lot of educational Valorant content to pick up on that I respect. Another skill cap guide. Nice. Fair. Do you think he'll actually get signed to 100 Thieves though? Yeah, I have nothing else to look at or review. You haven't checked out Zasco? Yeah, I bet. Say no more. Well, nope. Hasn't posted a new vid in a month. Tough. Yeah, rough. Maybe he said he was taking a break. That's what it was. Here, what about Zasco too? Nope. Yep. Yeah. This was his stop video. He said he's just done. He's gonna go back to focusing on his life and dropping Valorant. And you never know. Maybe the Zasco 1 channel. I'm pretty sure that one got like privated. Yeah. Unfortunate. Eventually, what's going to be really funny is actually next year, all of these will be gone. Like all my subs to Valorant content creators will just be out. I'm going to purge it all. I don't even know half these people anymore. Yeah, they probably are. It's very likely they'll go with either of them. Oh, what? Who needs a smokes player? Not many. Not many teams need a smoke player right now. Well, yep. Yep. My brain has officially reached the peak of I'm not looking at anything else right now. Yep. No more. No more brain. You don't know what to do? I mean, it is Halloween. Learn more kana? You just started learning Japanese? What brought that on? Oh wait, you said kana. Oh, okay, cool. I was about to say, wait, that could be something else. That could also be Chugoku. That could be Chugoku. Oh. You're going to Japan in a year and a half? Oh, huge. My time frame is 2 years. But we'll see. Maybe I'll need to use it faster. My tutor actually had to cancel. She was really funny. He's like, oh yeah, I got my internet to work and then it just stopped working. Can we postpone it till tomorrow? And I said, yeah, sure. Like, I am currently running to the place she was heading. I was like, have a safe trip. Be safe. Like, arigato. And just signed off. Said, see you. I just... My tutor's so funny. She's great. But no, I think the big issue I have right now is that I'm learning very polite. Well, I guess it's not an issue, but what you'll likely learn very quickly is the very polite way of speaking. Your domo arigatou gozaimasu, all your like sumimasen, like super, or even onegaishimasu is very popular, or a very universal phrase, like kohi onegaishimasu, or wherever you're headed to, like oeneki wa oen. Learn the kana first. Yeah, learn the... Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. So like whenever you learn a language, you always learn the... I think learn the sounds first. So the entire kana is... All the vowels have unique sounds like a, i, e, o, u. Know the sounds? And all the consonants are so easy. He. Ha. Ka. T. Except for the. Like the R's are a little rough. But once you learn where to place your tongue, it's actually not that difficult. Like the. Da. Do. Oh yeah, because what was the word? It was like tabe da deru. Yeah, so taberarimasu. Taberarimasu is like, that's the real like tongue blaster. An hour-long video of hiragana and an hour-long video for katakana. Okay. Wait, what? What? Hour-long video for katakana. What? Okay. Yeah. Please do. This just turns into like Japanese practice for me. Well, I did miss my tutoring session today, so who knows, maybe. I did not do my homework. They didn't give me the homework. Oh my. Oh yeah, you used pod. Hell yeah. Use pod. Oh my. Hold on, I do remember this
Want to
video.
speak real Japanese from your first lesson?
Oh man,
Sign up for your free lifetime account at JapanesePod101.com.
that's amazing. How do they
Hi
frame
everyone,
this?
I'm Risa. Welcome to Basic Japanese Writing. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to master the Japanese alphabet in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way. Did you know written Japanese actually uses 3 different scripts?
Yeah, hiragana, katakana, kanji.
And kanji.
Yeah.
Hiragana is the basic Japanese alphabet. Contrary to the English alphabet, however, each character represents one syllable sound. So every time you see one specific character, you know that it will always sound the same way. The second script
Yeah, man, I hate English so much. This language sucks ass, dude. It's overly complicated for no fucking reason.
used in Japanese is katakana. Each katakana character represents the same syllable as its hiragana counterpart. However, it is written a bit differently and is used mostly for foreign words. These two make up the Japanese alphabet and they will be the focus of this series. On the other hand, kanji characters represent a word
Yeah.
or concept.
Kanji has
Like
been the
hiragana
biggest
and hiragana.
roadblock for me. I'll actually tell you what, I'll show you the resource that I'm using. I'm using this. So I'm using jpdb.io. And so how I'm using it right now is there's built-in decks and you can go from integrated. So I'm currently using the integration from Mina no Nihongo. And like as I'm going through the book, I'm also reviewing it here and learning it here. But you can do the same thing for anime as well. So let's say like, okay, I'm watching some anime. Let's see. What's one that I'm about to probably watch? Let's say I want to watch One Punch Man because I kind of do want to watch One Punch Man. Yeah, that. So like, it adds the vocabulary. Like they add the words, the unique words, the kanji, and then the difficulty per episode, by the way. And so like as you're watching anime, you can actually like review afterwards. I would review afterwards. But that's what I would do. This is like deeper down the line. It just makes it's like more fun for me, you know? Because like I'm having fun, I'm watching anime. And then like I eventually like, oh yeah, wait, I remember that from the thing. I personally also use textbook. I have because my tutor is a baller. He's like, you're not gonna use Genkin because that's for like students. So I use Japanese for busy people. But yeah, you have to learn the kana first, 100%.
There are thousands of
I know, I'm like, I'm
Yes.
ahead. I'm ahead in the stage for sure.
This makes kanji characters
Kata.
harder to master. However, it's important to learn them as well because they are essential in understanding Japanese.
Oh, what does this say? So, Nihon na Nihon nara de wa Nihon nara de wa no what the wow, holy moly, I'm lost. The kata, good lord, I'm lost.
To learn more about kanji, check out our kanji series.
You
at
use
Japanese
Nihondex
Sport 101
for memorizing
which I also host
the
for
kana? Yeah,
English.
that's good too. That's fine. Kana's pretty
In this
simple.
first lesson, we will be diving into hiragana, and you'll be learning your first 5 characters. Hiragana characters are the most common of the 3 scripts because it's used to write
What's up, King?
functional words like grammatical particles and are also commonly found at the end of adjectives and verbs. There are also lots of words that are more commonly written in hiragana rather than kanji.
Arigato shi.
Hiragana characters could also
The-
be used to substitute
Oh, yeah,
kanji
King's also been
characters
down this
that you
route
don't
too, eh?
know how to write. But
Oh,
don't use
man.
this as an excuse not to learn kanji. There are
Hello,
46
how's it going? How's it
hiragana
going?
characters, and they are commonly arranged in this order. Take note that when Japanese is written vertically, you read it from right to left. So we'll be starting with this column.
I, E, U, E, O. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've been down this path. I know. I just know this all already. I think the biggest trap that I've fallen into, this is like my wisdom, is that at some point I stopped engaging with the language, and I fell into the trap of like watching all of these type videos where it's like how to learn the language instead of learning the language. I fell into that trap a little bit. I actually have a reminder every morning. It's like, hey, or at night actually. I have a reminder every night. It says, how much did you practice? I like have a little message to myself every how much you practice. I'm like, ah, fuck, I didn't practice. Uh-oh. Because that was someone made a, I think it was Evil Dia. They made learning language, like, or like language learning subculture is dead on YouTube. But what was actually happening was the people, his audience is people who love to learn how to learn languages, which is like a double step away. And like eventually they just go to learn the language instead of learning how to learn the language. But yeah, as long as you're engaging with it, that's like the big thing. Like comprehensively reading it is good. So like for example, I actually have a site for that too. So this is Taroku, which is graded reading. And what you can do is you can go through these books, and actually I'll show you based off, this is like deeper down the line. Obviously you're still learning the kana for Void. Anyone else who's interested in Japanese, this would be like the next step afterwards. And you just go. So let's say I like read this, and I'll go read this now. And I'm not a master, I will say straight away. I'm certified dumbass when it comes to Japanese. 100%. I am not a keystone knowledger at all. I am quite inefficient. 100%. But here's what so this is the title reads Kantan Nihon no Kuri Rice. And then it'll give you like this little spiel. You can download the audio, which I think is really sick. Scan the QR code, just listen to it on your phone. I think that's fucking baller. And then it'll give you like a how-to also in English. It's like you start from scratch. You don't use the dictionary. If it's a hard word, skip it. Don't care. We're going to build things through comprehension. So reading a lot helps out. So for example, let's go through, and they're super simple like this when you first start out. So it'd be like, これは日本の栗ライスです. For and you, for those who are lost, which you probably won't be, this is just Japanese curry rice. This is Japanese curry rice. 食べたいです. Sent the guide video. You love curry? Ooh, interesting. Konichi, what now? Tokyo. Let's see. I'll pull them up. Tokyo. Yeah. I'm fully to blame for just chatting, because I just chat a lot.
Okay, so I got this comment from a viewer a little while back. Great vid as always. Thanks, Myron. I really appreciate that. There's more. Can we get a realistic day in the life of studying Japanese, Tokyo? Like, I am so lost on where to even begin. I feel you, Myron. You finish watching all 4 seasons of Haikyuu and you think, I want to be a Japanese high school volleyball player.
Okay. Based.
Then you realize you don't even speak Japanese. And you think, where do I even start?
Oh,
I mean, I
shucks.
did just do a whole video series on how to become fluent in Japanese, but I get that when you're completely new, everything feels a bit overwhelming. But I don't think a day in the life of me studying Japanese will help either, since I'm already at that Japanese high school volleyball player level. First, you're gonna need to master the basics. So for all you babies out there feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. I'm gonna outline actionable steps you can take right now as an absolute beginner to be well on your way to fluency. So here is how to start learning Japanese from zero. For Myron, because he asked nicely.
Tokyo TV.
The very first step, learn hiragana and katakana.
Yes.
Honestly, this shouldn't be a
Yeah. And usually, well, it doesn't take that long. Like if you are diligent and take the time to, this is kind of the stuff you have to brute force a bit. Most learning that I go through is more on the basis of understanding and being able to relate it to other information. So stuff like kanji I can kind of relate to sentence structure that I know. But that's not how I think you can learn hiragana katakana, because you don't know anything. Like you might know watashi and you're like, well, yeah, it just means I. Or you're like, arigato, thank you. You probably know like a bit of the basics. But because like you actually don't have a structured set in your mind, you do kind of have to brute force this, which is just like a lot of rote memorization, flashcards, Anki, stuff like that, just to get used to. You can also do mnemonics. I found that mnemonics actually don't work for my brain. But you know, if it works for you, it works for you. You know, yeah, wa is the topic marker. True. Yeah. Yeah, wa. So, okay, actually, that's actually not correct. I'm going to correct you. Wa is the topic marker. So whenever you're talking about some topic, whatever that topic is, the topic could be literally anything. In English, it is a subject, but it's actually the topic marker. So for example, if we're talking about hot dogs, it'd be like I don't know the word for hot dog. That was a bad example. But let's say we're talking about money. I'm like, ging. Oh, you. Okay, bet. Bet. So that's what you meant. I got you. Because the subject marker is actually ga. Which took me a bit. I will say it does get a little funky just memorizing what each one does. But once you know them, oh my, you can make any sentence in the world. The structure of Japanese is so simple once you know it, but it's just so hard to get to know it.
Surprise. Learning the alphabet should be the first step in learning any language.
True.
There are 46 letters in each of these alphabets, and you want to be able to recognize every single one of them and know the proper stroke order for writing them. I recommend watching
only if you want to write. So here's the thing about language learning that's really, really cool. You can tailor it to your own needs and desires. If you want to only like speak and listen to the language, that's all you have to train. And so like in your case, that would be recognizing the sounds. You want to bet, say no more. So like if you want to write it, then yeah, add that writing drill to your deck. But I definitely think you should learn how they sound, not just what they look and what they are. Because knowing like ka can be a lifesaver. Let me guess for ASL. So American Sign Language. If it's not if it's not alphabets, it's probably, you probably learn what proper hand motion is. Like the direction of which like determines the letters and the words. But please correct me if I'm wrong. I just wanted to guess. And I'm curious on what you actually learned first.
these two videos by Japanese Pod 101. They cover all the letters and give you memory techniques to help you remember them. Next, to make sure you got them down, I recommend...
Did I see new Viscos vid? Sure didn't.
If you have been
Hand shape and such is pretty early. Yeah, all right. Well, I was kind of relatively close, but no. Okay, so it is just hand shape. I see. I got you. I did not. We'll catch it after.
And downloading an app to help test you. For iOS, try Kana, Hiragana, and Katakana. You can practice both reading and writing the letters, and you can adjust the difficulty of the quizzes by selecting multiple choice or filling in the answer. For Android, download Kanji Study. On the sidebar, they have a section for Kana. And
Yumi
again, you can
Tree
test
Baby.
your
Okay,
reading.
okay.
And for those of you thinking,
But memorizing characters is so boring though.
like, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but this language probably isn't for you then. You haven't even gotten to kanji yet. Hiragana and katakana is the easy part. But if you can hunker down and memorize these letters,
Fair
you're
enough.
already
I got
better
you.
than most people who try to learn this language. A scary amount of people just give up at learning hiragana and katakana. While you learn the alphabets, you'll also want to learn proper Japanese pronunciation. You can watch my video on
Oh,
speaking
good,
or
good,
this video by Japanese Pod 101 for tips. Once you've mastered the alphabets and basic Japanese pronunciation, it's time to tackle N5. Japanese proficiency is broken out into 5 different levels, with N5 being the most basic. To master N5, you're going to need to study 700 vocab.
Is it an online course that you sign up for?
Basic grammar.
Is it
I'm gonna
through
be
like
honest,
a
it's
institution?
grind.
Like
Since you don't
the
have any
ASL
content,
Foundation?
You can't learn Japanese through watching shows, reading books, or having conversations yet. You just need to focus on building up your bank of knowledge. For vocab, I recommend downloading the flashcard app Anki. Its spaced repetition learning system is extremely powerful and much more effective than simply studying vocab sheets. I also found an amazing vocab deck from Nihongo Shark to go with it. It contains all the N5 vocab with pronunciation and example sentences.
If you're on that step, do this, and then you can also quiz at any given moment. Just use this. It's so good. If you're comfortable with Anki and the other sources, go for it. But like jpdb.io does the job really well for free, and it also like once you get to the point where you can watch stuff or read stuff, you have like deadass a better directly. Yeah, I got you. One sec. I'll give you a go. Now, unfortunately, I can't give you the my Crunchyroll account. Otherwise, I would. But that's where I'll watch anime. I just use Crunchyroll because I have money. Yeah, Crunchyroll, bet. Don't need that. Hey. I stopped. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna support the industry and buy an account. Fuck it. Instead of sailing the seas.
But the setup sounds so hard.
No.
Okay, we can skip the Anki setup.
Now, let's talk kanji. If you're an Android user, you can use the same kanji study app that I recommended for the alphabets. And the N5 kanji are free to study. For iPhone, you can use the Study Japanese Kanji app. But, now stay with me, it does cost $279. I know, it's a lot of money, but for learning a language, it may be a worthwhile investment.
You can do cheaper. Like I said, that was completely free. This is free. You don't need that.
I recommend learning about 2 new kanji a day. This is a great pace for just starting out and gives you plenty of time to learn each character. Try to associate each kanji with one.
That's if it's uncomfortable. 2 seems fine. I guess it just depends on the person. I was doing up to 20 when I first started, but that's because I'm an actual psychopath. But I see where he's coming from.
One keyword that represents its meaning. For example, this kanji is used in the keyword hanasu, which means to speak. Other words that use this kanji will typically...
Yeah, 20 was rough. 20 was rough. That was not sustainable, by the way. That was not sustainable. I was actually a criminal. But I learned a lot of them. I do remember a good chunk of the first 700 that I've learned. And a lot of them are out of order, which is crazy. It's me. Yeah, electric speech, just telephone, and then meeting, talk, like meeting, speech, and it's conversation.
I honestly wouldn't worry about remembering how to write the characters. Reading is much more important. But I did find that writing out the characters helped me remember them. Now you're good to go to learn 100 of those Japanese hieroglyphics. And finally, basic Japanese grammar. This advice is super easy. I recommend following Tay Kim's Guide to Japanese Grammar.
That's fine,
Mr.
yeah.
Kim does an amazing job at explaining how
Yeah.
Japanese grammar works and introducing new grammar in a logical order. And there are plenty of example sentences as well. And if you ever find that one grammar point still doesn't quite make sense, you can always look it up on Google or YouTube for further explanations. But Tay Kim's Guide at least gives you a mapped out order to learn Japanese grammar, so you don't feel as lost. And there you go. That's it. I honestly think that if you can study a modest 20 to 30 minutes each day, you can master N5 in 3 to 4 months. Now I know some of you are going to be disappointed at this timeline, like, but I want to be
No, real talk. If you're learning a language, and this is my opinion, I feel like you can have multiple interpretations of it. I feel like you should give like an hour and a half a day. Like you should be studying like 10 to 12 hours a week if you want to like really learn a language. I think that's like an adequate amount of time to throw down. I think that there's definitely you could give more or less, but that's like my sweet spot. I have heard this. I have heard the tales of people spending 5 to 6 hours a day, and I'm just like, fuck no. I have a job. No, thank you. An hour and 15 minutes usually is good enough for me. Do some in the morning before work. Do a little bit at night, and life is good. Life is good. I do minimum 30 a day. Minimum. You want to learn a decent amount by a year and a half? That is so vague. Yo, name your goal. Name your goal right now. Name that goal. Not deep conversations. That's fair. Just like basic survival conversation. Just enough to get around. Is like, you're like, 公園駅はどこですか? And like if they say like あそこです and then point a direction, you'll be fine. I mean, I guess that's pretty simple. You learn the kana. You get around. You might have to do sentence mining then. That's kind of tough. Yeah, because it's just casual get around. So you need to know how to order food, which is kind of easy. You just point to the menu. You're like, これお願いします. Or これはお願いします. これお願いします. Yeah. I have to have a concrete goal when I do anything now. The concrete goal is just to get me started, and I can like let it fly from there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for you. Seems fair. Oh yeah, I was writing this. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I was reading this, huh? 食べたいです. That's I want to eat. 作りましょう. 作りましょう. 簡単ですか? ですよ. Cough. I can read. 簡単ですよ. I have no idea actually what that means. This is a gap in my knowledge. I can read it, but I don't know what it means. So I'll come back to this apparently. I gotta run it back. All right, Viscos video, and then I'll probably call it.
In the aim training community at any point over the past 4 years or so, something like this should be pretty familiar to you.
The
These are
benchmarking.
benchmarks, and going back as far as I can remember, these have been considered the default way to test your skill when training. Over time, they have taken on a bit of a different role though, with the benchmarks themselves becoming the training tool, not just something to test your skill with. I imagine a lot of you are probably expecting me to say something about how awful that is and how grinding the benchmarks is bad for improvement, and It certainly can be, but I don't think it has to be. The voltaic benchmarks have continued to be iterated upon over the years, but there was never any question about what they were being designed to do. They were to test aiming skill in a way that paints the most complete picture possible, something that they have become very good at. Other benchmarks have been made over the years too, but in my experience, most of them are either structurally identical to Voltaic's benchmarks or hyper-focused on a specific category. And that's not to say that all of these are bad or anything, but I wanted to try something a little different.
Okay.
These are the Viscose benchmarks, and the idea they started—
What in the fuck did you just... Viscose? What the hell? What the fuck was that? Excuse me. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Hello? Like, what the hell? This is probably in Kovacs. Yeah, it is Kovacs. Okay. What the hell? There's so much here. So you have arm aim. Okay, so control tracking. So we have arm control tracking, wrist control tracking, fingertip control tracking, blending control tracking. Whoa, okay. Then reactive tracking. Okay. Control, reactive tracking, speed, reactive tracking, reading, reactive tracking. Okay. Then flick tech, speed flick, stability flick, micro flick, evasive flick. And then dynamic clicking, we have reading dynamic, precision dynamic, and then linear. Holy shit. There's so much. What the fuck? God damn.
And the idea they started from was, what if a benchmark was designed to be a training tool? My goal was to essentially trick people into playing scenarios that are good for practice instead of just good for evaluating your own skill level. What this means is that they might not be as consistent as Voltaic's benchmarks or cover as many areas of aim, but instead they focus on the scenarios and categories that I have found the most useful to my own personal aim development no matter the game I'm playing. The skill targets are slapped on as a motivator, but they aren't really the point. The goal here instead is to develop strong fundamentals and good technique, which will transfer over to any game. You can play other game-specific training methods on top of using these to benchmark if you'd like to as well, but I have tried to cover everything here. If you want to give them a try now, there's a link to the spreadsheet in the description. Go onto File, make a copy, and you're good to go. But I want to address how these actually differ from Voltaic's benchmarks and how do those differences better facilitate improving your technique. I think the biggest factor is the categorization of scenarios. Here are Voltaic's, focusing primarily on the type of aim involved with even numbers of scenarios for each type. The thing is though, the main 3 types of aim are not equally important for in-game translation, and some very important scenario types like Pokeball are entirely absent here, since they don't really fit into any of these categories. Plus, in my opinion, target switching is fairly overrepresented. What I've done instead is distribute the scenarios unevenly based on what I have personally found the most useful for in-game translation, and split those scenarios into more technique-focused categories. So instead of categorizing tasks based on what they are, I group them based on what they do.
Alright, okay. Oh boy.
Scenarios all fall under flicking technique and are subdivided into which area of your flicks they focus on. Same with control tracking being split into which muscle group the scenario targets.
What?
This both gives you an idea of how to approach each scenario as well as what—
This is gonna be a giant, like...
struggling with specific ones. For example, a low—
This is gonna be a giant, like...
fingertip subcategory in control
like,
tracking
practice
doesn't
session.
just tell you general info like work on tracking. It is very specifically a weakness with fine control over small movements, either with your fingertips or wrist, depending on grip and playstyle. And while I have designed the benchmarks in a way where grinding the scenarios you are weak at will help you address those weaknesses, if you want to vary your practice more, you can pick out extra scenarios to help isolate the issue. How I like to do this is just by searching for the name of the base scenario to find variants. For example, Clover Raw Control. Typing that in brings up heaps of versions of the scenario with slight variations like slower, faster, larger, adding blinks, and each change will help work on different things. You can also check out other benchmarks on this website that have more narrow focuses than mine, or look through Voltaic's recommended scenario list, or just
By the way, that Voltaic recommended list is just absolutely phenomenal at this point. It is so deep. It goes
playlists
crazy.
on
Sicko mode.
to find scenarios that will help you improve at the areas you're weakest in. About playlists though, I've heard that a lot of people play these benchmarks as if they were one, and this isn't something I recommend personally. You can if you'd like to, and I'm sure it is still beneficial, but in my opinion, the value in benchmarks is that they make it easy for you to motivate yourself to push yourself to improve category by category. How I approach every task is a test of optimization. What am I doing wrong from a technique perspective that this scenario is forcing me to improve at? The most recent example for me was Pasu. I wasn't leading my shots properly, and trying to push my score further forced me to improve my technique. For me, this is what makes benchmarks better than playlists, and why I chose to make this list of scenarios into one instead of just posting it as a playlist. By encouraging you to look at your score on each scenario, set a goal for yourself, and figure out what is preventing you technique-wise from reaching it is why I think benchmarks have become such a good tool to improve. It prevents you from autopiloting and forces you to actively analyze your own improvement, which is exactly what I wanted when making these, and dictated every decision from subcategory names to rank difficulty. On that note, the most common question I've been asked about this benchmark is, why is X rank so hard if it is on the easier benchmarks? A lot of people have told me that Fuchsia is way harder than Wool, even though Fuchsia is classified as medium and Wool is hard, and they are right. This is an intentional design change from Voltaic, and actually something I suggested to them during the development of Season 5. I think the best way to think of it is that these terms, easier, medium, and hard, represent the difficulty of the scenarios included in the benchmarks, not the skill required for any given rank on those benchmarks. There will be players who I would consider advanced who can't get to the top rank on the medium scenarios here, and that isn't just to make these benchmarks really hard for no reason. The Voltaic benchmarks have had a bit of a problem where the jumps between difficulties is so drastic that it feels completely impossible to broach for a lot of people.
True.
When trying to go from Master to Grandmaster, you need to not only get a better score, but get that score on a significantly harder scenario. I think this is why Master became cited as the cutoff point for when aim trainers lose their value, even though this isn't true in my opinion. It's just that the time investment required per rank grows so much after this point, partially because you have to get those scores on increasingly difficult scenarios. What I've done to try and alleviate this issue is to have roughly 2 ranks of overlap for each difficulty. So ordering the ranks in terms of how hard they're supposed to be would look something like this. This means that while someone is climbing to the higher ranks on the medium scenarios, for example, they can try out the harder ones and still have scores to shoot for there. In my opinion, less challenging scenarios always have their place when aim training, no matter how good you get. I think of easier scenarios as refinement of your technique, and harder scenarios as a stress test of that technique.
I don't have enough to say. Like, I'm actually just watching this in front of you. Like, I'm literally just like blankly staring in front of my monitor because it's so like everything that Viscos is saying right now makes sense. Like, my brain is comprehending it to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, I see it. I totally get it. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like, I have nothing to add. Like, I actually have nothing to add. I'm literally listening to a professional talk about it. Good Lord. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, so why are there so many ranks? How do ranks work? I know how all this works. I've done benchmarking. Okay. All right, fine. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So we will make a copy. I will try. Hold on one sec. I want to be in the right. Yeah, let me get to the right Google. I about made a copy in the wrong one. Okay. I've made the copy. All right. To use a sheet, okay. Incomplete, yet to be fully written. Currently under construction. Sure, sure. Picked out scenarios personally found helpful for in-game translation, technique improvement. While they're all in benchmark form, this is more of a practice playlist disguised as a benchmark. That's why there's such a large number of scenarios and why categories are underrepresented. The issue I try to address with the benches going through intermediate advanced feels like a huge jump. There's additional ranks in each difficulty. Fair enough. Okay, in order to get a rank, you have to at least one score in each subcategory. It's hard and it takes forever to get a rank, but I want to push people to be well-rounded. The number next to each scenario is your accumulated threads. The closer you are to the top score requirement on a given scenario, the more threads you receive. Okay, I'm going to skip easy. I'm going to skip the easier scenarios because I know better. Because it's very like, actually, tell you what, I'll do the easy ones just to see, and I'll push. I want to open you. Thank you. I don't know. Okay, I'll try. What is it? Intermediate. I'll try intermediate. Yeah, I know better. I'll try intermediate. Where are you, Kovacs, my friend? Oh, whoops. I need you in the opposite. Okay. Okay. We'll do the medium scenarios. Is there... It's not even a playlist. There's not even a playlist. There's not even a playlist. You can't just download the playlist. Oh. That means I gotta look up each one. Oh, that's amazing. That's so funny. I know. I wanted to autopilot, man. You know. Man, just let me do like Paul's Valorant Control playlist, bro. So much easier. Okay, ARM, huh? Interesting. Or, well, if it would load. Hello, guys. Hello. Kovacs? Kovacs, you alive? Hello? Kovacs? There we are. The bar moved. I looked away, the bar moved. I'll look away again. The bar did not move. I'll look away again. Oh, man. Oh, man. There we go. Okay. So, WeSphere raw control. I assume it is this one. Yeah, okay. All right, small dot makes semi-predictable strafes confined in a prison. Playing on a high sensitivity is better practice. I'm just using my Valorant sense. I do not care. Sure. We're specifically using our arm. Okay. Man, retired Briggy Ninja strikes again. What is this? This is 5, 4, 5, 4. I am Cinnabar. What the whoa, wait, I suck. No, there is a playlist code. Wait, I'm lying to myself. There is a playlist code. What the fellas, I'm stupid. Fellas, I'm dumb. Fellas, I'm dummy. Oh wait, is this? Yeah. No, okay. Haha! Take that. 6441. Okay, well, I'm still Cinnabar. What the I'm trash. Well, I'm bad. Wait, what the fuck? I'm garbage. Okay, sure. Alright, and I kind of want to keep it in mind. Okay. So, and it's just Wii Spear is the next one. Looks like it. And it's all under arm. Yeah, it is just Wii Sphere. Okay. Oh my. Viscos, starting me on tracking is evil. I just want to say that. Just want to get that out there to the like public eye that starting with tracking is evil. Okay, well, this is a ginormous weakness for myself. Holy moly. Okay. But I am giving myself the benefit of the doubt. I am retired. I am retired. That's what I get to say. That's what I get to say. I haven't played an FPS game in I haven't played an FPS game in a long time. That's actually what I tell all my players. I'm like, I'm retired, but then I'll still drop like 40 in a TDM with them, and they're like, are you really? I'm like, yes, I am. Don't question me. All right, Smoothbot, Invincible Goated. This sounds like a meme. Okay, okay, no, you're not fucking around. Okay, sure. Okay, what the hello? This is not possible. This is not possible. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is a meme. This is actually a fucking meme. You're not real. What? What the fuck? I'm just learning that my arm control sucks ass. That's all I'm learning. You're not teaching me anything new, Viscos. I'm just... What the fuck? Okay, wrist. Okay, we're finally at wrist. Okay. Leap track goaded, 75 slightly larger. Stop. What is with this goaded shit? Is this code for something? This has to be code for something. What the f... So only use the wrist, huh? Oh my god. This is so difficult with just wrist. What the fuck? Poco spinte. Oh wow, who'd have guessed that that's actually so much higher? That's saffron, okay. Or close to saffron. Wait, no, it's actually so low still. What the fuck? Control sphere, R aim easy. Okay. Show me what's up. Specifically wrist. Specifically wrist. Okay. God, relaxing every part of my body that isn't my, the part of my arm that isn't my wrist is actually the dangerous part of this practice. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Bro, what? Okay, last wrist one. All I'm learning is that my tracking is just not it. I've been baiting myself into thinking my tracking's actually good when it's not. Okay, okay, dude. Okay. That one wasn't playing around. Yeah. I'm not even Cinnabar. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, dude. Okay. All right, fingertip. Air voltaic 4. Interesting. Yeah, I expected more vertical movement anyway. That makes sense. So I've done this one before. Okay. 2943 is my best, but I'll put 20, 28, 21. Oh, that's pushing it though. All right, so control Clover raw. Yeah. Put your crosshair on the dot and keep it there. Put your crosshair on the dot and keep it there. Put your crosshair on the dot. Look at the moving dot. Put the crosshair on the dot and keep it there. Okay, I've done that before. Yeah, fingertip. Okay, I've done that before, but I surely was not doing it correctly. If this was supposed to be a fingertip drill, I was not doing it right. But yeah, so like when you do fingertip, it's like this kind of movement and like very small insurmountable movements. Control spear far larger. Okay. All right. What the fuck? Far larger, my ass. Okay. 6963. Nice. Oh, I'm not even close. Okay. Blending. Okay, so blending tracking is next. So I assume it's going to be using all of my arm. I assume. Oh, what the fuck? What? What the fuck? Alright, I really toned it down after it recognized I couldn't hang with it. Why the fuck did it go for like a falcon dive at the start? Viscos put that in to fuck with me, huh? I'm sure there's a purpose. Oh, okay. Because it's closer, it moves faster. Fair enough. Just gotta be ready for it. Oh my. Okay. I've done this before. Interesting. 1216 though. Air Celestial, huh? Air Celestial, okay. Oh boy. You ain't fucking around, huh? Shit. Alright, you're really making fun of my arm motor controls, aren't you? Where's it fingertip? Fuck, now I'm thinking about combining all three. Goddamn. Viscos, you're making me see the error of my ways. Wait, Viscos, you're evil for this. I have to kill all of them before I can move on. Oh, God. You're skill checking me by time. Are you serious? This is borderline sadistic. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. You really are doing this to me, aren't you, huh? Go left, you little fuck. I can only extend my arm so many times, dude. No way. Hello? You're gonna torture me like William Afton, huh? I see. I'm gonna be hearing horror, 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 horror. There you go. Holy fuck, dude. Ah, god damn. 843.24. Barely above. Nice, cool. Oh, actually, wait. That's like super small. The increments are small. You're watching two people do it at the same time. Is Void doing it? You might make it act as you're tracking? Dude, same. I'm about to go to like reactive tracking and just go crazy. I see. You're blending my... Oh god, you're blending my arm, wrist, and fingertip at the same time. Oh, you're so criminal. Viscos, I hate you. Viscos, you're yucky. King, did you already do this? Did you torture yourself like this yet? I'm rewarding myself with the privilege to aim train. Is how I would phrase it normally, but this actually seems like a punishment. You've done this multiple times? Oh, you're crazy. You criminal. Okay, but dead ass? Wait, this is a good score. What's good, Raven? I'm I'm doing well. I'm being subjected to psychological and physical torture. All right, what are we doing now? So Ground Plaza Sparky 3. That puts us at reactive tracking. Okay, for control. Yours is voluntary? Ooh. Well, here, same here. Also true. What the fuck? This guy has a blink. What the fuck is a blink dagger? I'm not fighting Tracer. What the hell is this? Oh, it's another one of those, if you don't kill them fast enough, you lose type shits. Oh, fuck off. My opponent is Tracer from Overwatch. This is insanity. This is Kangaroo Court. I will not stand for this. probably a work in progress because no one can actually beat these. Oh, so now you're not gonna blink, huh? You little fuck. Blink. I was about to say, what are you getting all shy for? And then it just got right in my face. It's like, I heard you, motherfucker. Speak. Speak back. Talk back. You were talking all that good shit. Real sick. Real? I feel like I'm fighting a Reaper right now. He's just like chewing me up like bubblegum. Oops. Yo, back up, bro. Back up, bro. I hope this night finds you well, Raven. Yo, bro, back up. Back up, bro. Yeah. 868 91. You're hiding from trick-or-treaters? I mean, same, but like mine is like I work. I'm working right now. I probably have the ability to I didn't buy candy, so I physically can't. Plus my house is boarded up. They're just like no one goes this way because I don't look friendly enough. Or I don't appreciate it. Excuse me. I'm not like my house is not approachable, I would say. It's like if like we're like the people who live there are probably two of the nicest people you'll meet. And then like the way we live is like we're the most hardened criminals on the planet. Isolated, we never leave our house, we never do anything, we don't go anywhere. There's like, god damn, do they have like ankle monitors? What the fuck is this? You did celebrations yesterday? Ooh. Did you do like a costume party? That's one thing I wish I did more, was like costume parties and shit like that. Obviously, I'm here for Halloween, so it's like, is what it is. I do miss going to those. I had a lot of fun. I don't want to host because of the neighborhood, but I would definitely leave. You're not a frat party? Fair. Fair enough. Work on aim training. True. I misread that because I'm like so aim training brained. I thought you said optional clothing. I'm like, oh my god, your friends are crazy. Your friends are sick. Oh, good lord. Oh, D&D in costume. Oh, that's sick. I like when people do that. That's so cool. That's super fun. God, I feel like I'm stabbing myself. Okay. All right, Flicker. Flicker Plaza. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Tracer's back. Cool. Sick. This cost knew I couldn't get enough of this one. I'm so ready if I replay Overwatch 2. I'm so ready. This Tracer guy is cooked. That's such a shame because like I will never play a Blizzard made game ever again. I like uninstalled the client. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna reinstall the client. We'll call it a day. One of my friends is actually a hardcore WoW player, and he's like, "Oh, you should get into WoW," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay. How much is the game?" And he told me that was a subscription service, which is the first like, "Oh, okay. I'm not doing that." I could never. I barely want to pay a subscription service to like Crunchyroll and potentially YouTube Premium. Why in the fuck would I pay to play a MMO? You and King had been playing a bit? I mean, all power to you. Polarized Hell is the next one. Are you serious? Polarized Hell, easy, 20% slower. Awesome. Oh my god, it has me in a psych ward. Oh, and you blink? Oh my fucking god. Have you been enjoying Overwatch? I feel like I'm in a psych ward with these walls. Holy moly. Also, I'm so focused on the target that the background looks like it's like water. Like it's a full waterfall. Like I'm in a full bath. God damn, by the time it switches direction, it's already on the other side of the fucking planet. Good god. You've only been playing Tarkov? Ooh. How do you like that? I've heard a lot of good things about Tarkov. Actually, my other coach like just straight up grinded Tarkov for like 2,000 hours before coming back to Valorant. He lived and breathed in that game. I assume it's just like mega fun. Bros, this playlist is so fucking long. Look at the target, put the crosshair in the target. Okay. Follow target movement. Match target speed. You guys sure this one isn't the hell? Oh my god, and you blink? Oh, fuck off. Literally fuck off. That's just on like a -0 cooldown too. Are you fucking kidding me? I do not have the energy for this shit. Stand still. Let me click you. Oh, this better be the final fucking one. You seem like a final boss. Alright, thank you. Holy shit. Battlefield 6, $70? Yeah. Yup. Sounds about right for Battlefield. Tarkov raid? Nothing said. The testosterone builds. You're just like, ah! As you're running into battle. I see it. You got a new mouse again? To play Battlefield 6? Nice. Okay, that needs some work. Oh, this is reading. Oh, this is reading. I gotta read the opponent. Oh, just for aim training? Oh, what the fuck? Alright, read where the target goes. Left, right. Fuck, I got juked hardcore there. God damn. Left, right. Right, left, right. Okay. The 3 mice? Dang. Holy moly. I cannot say the same. I cannot say that. Oh, flick. Finally, something I know. Finally! Something I get. Speed? Alright, that was a short Tarkov raid? Dang. Did that Haki go deaf? Or was there like no sound? What the fuck? 1 wall, 3 targets reload? Okay, bet. You got your ass butt? Ah, shit. Well, you know what they say. I actually don't know what they say. Is it common to get just completely get owned by players in Tarkov? This is speed, right? This has got to be precision. I'm pausing after this shot. No, it's speed. Yeah, it's flick tech speed. All right, go fast. 89. Yikes. Box target, switch to. Okay, more speed. Depends on the map. Ooh. You sat one? Oh, is it like raids in you do raids in Tarkov like you would raids in WoW, where it's like you're part of a guild but you can like get sat. They don't want you in. Interesting. That was another thing I heard from like the WoW squad. Like if you join a guild, there's not a guarantee that you'll play. Like because there's an emphasis on gear, it's like no matter how hard you grind, it's like if you're not in a guild, you'll never succeed. I think it's crazy. And there's a chance you won't even get playtime. 9105. Stability for Flick Tech. Okay, Bean. Bean target switch. Okay, so bunch of maps. So 14, 15, and it's a raid. Fight. Player mid characters, AI, bosses with PMC groups. So from solo to 5 stacks. Oh, I see. You can squad up, but you went alone. Okay. You got greedy. Ah, what'd you get greedy on? You thought you could take on more than you can chew? Or was it like you saw a piece of loot and you're like, ooh, piece of candy. And then someone just shot you? Ah, I see. I got you. Grab the thing, get out. Okay. All right, folks, this will be the last one. It's 9:20. And I got work tomorrow morning. This will be the last one. Do you see the list? Oh yeah, I got you. Okay. So this is currently what I got down so far. So majority is in Cinnabar Vermilion. I got a couple that sits below. And I got a couple that sits a little higher in Celadon. Or actually, excuse me, I got a couple that's sitting in Saffron. That's what it is. Pushing close to Celadon, not quite. And I'll probably finish the rest off stream. And I'll update you on the next stream before we start what the actual benchmark score is, or if I pushed a couple of scores and whatnot. But I am actually dramatically tired, so I'm gonna call it a day. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you still are, y'all have yourselves a good night. Happy Halloween. I hope you all are sufficiently spooked. Oh, ooh, ah. I'm stupid. Anyway, have a good night. See you.